Hi yogis, my name is Diana and I'm going to lead you through today our vinyasa flow practice. This is an advanced beginner class designed to help to strengthen hips and legs, improve balance, increase focus, and steady the mind. Modification and advanced options will be offered as well, so I welcome anyone to my practice. This is your hour, your flow, and allow it to be exactly as you want. Also, I strongly encourage you to use any blocks to support your body during the entire practice, as well as blankets and eye pillow for comfort during Shavasana. Also, have a water bottle to use anytime you need it during the practice. Let's start by finding a comfortable sitting position on a block. Legs crossed in Sukhasana or easy pose, or sitting on your shins in hero pose. Sitting on a block will increase space for an anterior pelvic tilt, which allow the hip flexor to relax and the knees to melt below the hip line. Allow your back to straighten without intention. Draw the shoulders back and away from ears and relax your hands on your knees or in Anjali Mudra, palms softly pressed together in praying pose. I invite you to soften your gaze and close your eyes if you feel safe in your space around you. Sink into the present moment and let the outside world go. Let's take few normal breaths. As you inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head, reaching for the stars. As you exhale, root down into the earth. Breathe slowly through your nose during the entire class if possible. Breathing through the nose allows more oxygen to get to active tissue and allows the nose add moisture and warmth to the inhaled air for a smoother entry to the lungs. However, if you want to cool down or breathing through the nose, it's difficult at this time, please breathe through your mouth. Focus on balancing the length of inhales and exhales. Slowly start to deepen your breath. Keep observing it. As you inhale, feel the belly expand as a balloon. As you exhale, feel the navel drop back to the spine. Take few breaths on your own. There is no right or wrong. Breath has its own intelligent wisdom. Allow it to lead the experience. Let's set an intention for the class and also for each other's lives. Intentions are desires that we activate with our thoughts, words, or actions. More grounded than a wish, more serious than a resolution, less complicated than either. Once you have your intention, hold it firmly in your mind and give it your full attention. If nothing comes to the mind right now, I'm offering you my today's mantra. I am a peaceful soul in a powerful journey. Open your eyes as you bring awareness to the entire body. Let's slowly lower ourselves down on our backs and tuck your knees to the chest. Take a little roll side to side, Perhaps some circles through the lower back and spine as we will start by warming up the hips. Keep hugging your right knee as you send the left leg out straight and rest the left heel on the mat. Take your arms out wide to a T shape, palms facing down, and now start circle the hip, taking your right knee over the left knee. Straight the leg out and then circle all the way back to the starting position with the knee bend. Circle one more time. Relax your buttocks here as you allow your thighs to glide in your hip joint. Now circle 2 more times the other way. Moving slowly as you warm up, relaxing through your upper back. And then come to center. Bring and hug the knees together to the chest before warming up the left hip by sending the right leg out long on the mat and roll the left knee over the right knee. Extend the leg and slowly circle all the way out and back to chest. For 1 more round before changing the direction for another 2. Don't forget to breathe in and out at your own pace. Again, relax your back. Breathe gentle in, and when you completed the circles, bring both knees and hug them slightly to your chest. Next, we will meet in tabletop. You can just roll on the side and push yourself up, or cross your legs and gentle roll back and forth a few times before reaching your arms forward and coming all 4. Adjust your legs and arms on tabletop. Shoulder directly over the wrists, hips directly over the knees, fingers spread wide, index fingers pointing forward to the top of the mat parallel with each other. Straighten your back and center your head in a neutral position. From here, we'll take few rounds of cat-cow stretch. Inhale, drop the belly towards the mat, lift your chin and chest, cow pose. Breathe here. Draw your shoulders away from here, gaze up in front of you or slightly higher. Do not overextend the neck to avoid any injury. Exhale, draw the belly to your spine and round your back towards the ceiling, cat pose. Breathe in and out. Release the crown of your head towards the floor. Inhale, round the back, belly towards the floor, cow. Exhale, round the back, cat. Take cat-cow few times on your own pace. Feel free to add any movements. Maybe you swing your body side to side, gently warming the spine. Or maybe as you exhale, push your hips back on the heels, child pose. Inhale, roll over to baby cobra, stretching gentle the lower back and shoulder. While breathing in and out, move back and forth few times between child pose and baby cobra. Make sure they are all gentle movements as we warm up the body, and with the next inhale, find again the balance in tabletop. Extend the right leg, toes on the mat. Turn the left foot off the mat. Turn the right foot toes and knee out to the side. As you inhale, open the chest. Modified side plank. Right hand can rest on the hip or stretch it long towards the sky. You might stay here, or if you are ready, you can lift the right leg. Make sure hips are square. Take 1 more breath. Then lower your leg and extend arm and recenter in tabletop. Switching sides, we will extend the left leg back, toes on the mat, turn the right leg off the mat. Inhale and lift the left arms towards the sky and open up to the modified side plank. Stack the shoulders over the shoulder, core engaged. Stay here, or with the next inhale, if you are ready, lift the leg up. Squeeze the upper hip. Take one more breath, and then slowly return to all four. As you exhale, sink down your hips onto the heel to child pose. Head on the mat, fingers spread wide. Take a deep breath. Inhale and start walking your fingertips towards the knee as you slowly lift your body in sitting hero pose. And bring hands together in Anjali Mudra or praying pose. Let's talk wrists. Wrist takes a lot of pressure in our yoga practice, and we often neglect to take a proper care of them. So how do we prevent wrist pain in yoga? With a good few minutes warm-up. Actively press the base of your palm. Draw the shoulder down and away from the ears and lengthen through the spine. Start by tilting the fingertips forward until base of palms is perpendicular to the chest. Bring your palms few inches forward. Interlace the finger and start drawing a sideways 8. The infinity sign. Rolling out the joints, it helps with lubrication and increase of a blood flow in the wrist area. Start circling the other way. Slowly breathe as you circle your hands. In yoga, the infinity symbol is a representation of onenesses and a reminder that we are all united in this circle of life. It carries the energy of balance, order, peace, and love. Release the band and rest your fingers and hands on your knees or shake your hands if you feel is needed. Let's make our way up to the top of a mat in Tadasana or mountain pose. With legs standing hip distance apart, feel the earth beneath your feet. Grow taller to the crown of your head. Draw and relax your shoulders down and away from the ears. Arm relaxed by your side with palms facing forward. Relax the muscles of your face. And just breathe. Bring back your intention. This pose represents how you hold yourself in the world. Wear it with grace. Together we'll be practicing few rounds of sun salutation. The Surya Namaskara or sun salutation practice has come down to us from the long distant past. Surya, the ancient Hindu god of sun, is the creator of the universe and the source of all life. Continue breathing at your own pace throughout the entire practice as I lead you through the cues of each pose. Inhale, flow the arms up towards the sky, pinky fingers slightly toward each other, upward salute. Exhale, lower hands on the hips, hinge at the hips towards the floor, keeping a straight line forward fold. Bring hands on the mat, bend your knees a bit or a lot so you don't injure your back. Inhale, lift your chest, lengthen through the spine, hands on the shins, halfway lift. Exhale, hinge at the hips, maintain a flat back, forward fold, lower hands on the mat, bend knees if needed. Inhale, step the right foot back, core engage, lift the heart, hands on the mat or on the block, low lunge. Stay here or lower down your right knee and tuck the toe, shin on the floor. Make sure the left knee is right over the ankle, forming a 90-degree angle. If you don't, please adjust your posture. Exhale, lift the right knee if you drop it, remove the blocks if you use them, and then step the left foot back in plank. Take a moment here and breathe in and out. Make sure wrists are stuck over the shoulders. Lower your knee down, keeping the core engaged, so there is an inclined straight line from knees to crown. As you exhale, shift your weight forward and start lowering yourself down. Palms by your ribs, finger tips spread wide, keeping the elbow hugging your ribs, core engage. With the next inhale, keep the back of your neck long and focus on lifting slowly your chest up, cobra. Keep legs engaged, gaze forward. Exhale, if needed, come first on your knee and then push back through the ball of your feet in downward facing dog. If this is the first down dog of the day, pedal your feet or move them side to side. Continue to breathe in and out. Feel free to bend your knee as much or as little you want while pushing your hips back and up in space. Firm your outer arms and spread the fingers wide while pressing firmly into the floor. Inhale and step the right foot forward between your hands as far forward as you go. You can then help the foot the rest of the way. Core engage, lift your heart, low lunge. Option to lower down your left knee and tuck the toe and release the shin into the ground. Exhale with hands on the mat or on the blocks. Lift the left knee from the mat and step the left foot forward next to the right. Forward fold. Knees bend as much as you need. Inhale, lift your chest, lengthen through the spine, hands on the shins, halfway lift. Exhale, drop your torso down, hands on the mat, forward fold. Inhale, sit to rise, bring hands above the head, upward salute. Exhale, hands on the side, palm facing up, mountain pose. Inhale, hands over the head, upward salute. Exhale, hinge at hips, forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen through the spine, hands on the shin, halfway lift. Exhale, drop your torso down, hands on the mat, forward fold. Bend your knees and lower yourself into a sitting position on a mat. While sitting on the mat, feel free to take a sip of water if needed. I will demo for you 3 different options for the mini vinyasa flow, also called Chaturanga Dandasana vinyasa flow. When I look at the Chaturanga Dandasana pose, I feel the battle of yin and yang, 2 opposite forces that are equally working together to keep you in a still pose. This is a pose in which most of us, myself included, transit through a lot of difficulties. Coming into a high plank, stack your shoulder over the wrists, engage your legs, engage your core. Inhale, shift your weight about 2 inches forward. Exhale, lower yourself down until elbows stop at rib cage when your shoulders are at elbow height. Stay here and hold in Chaturanga Dandasana for 1 breath. Inhale, untuck your toes, lift the chest and straighten the arms, upward facing dog. Keep legs engaged, gaze forward. Exhale, tuck your toes, push your hips back and up, downward facing dog. Or drop your knees down and rest for a breath in child's pose. The next option I'm going to offer is lowering your knee. From plank, keep your shoulders over your wrist, but lower your knees to the floor. Shift the weight about 2 inches forward and then lower yourself down. Arms stay at 90 degrees with elbow stocks above the wrist. Breathe in and out while holding here in Chaturanga Dandasana pose. Lower your hips to the ground and then lift your chest for Cobra pose. Then push your hips back and up in downward facing dog. Another option is to skip Chaturanga Dandasana altogether and focus on the core holding into the plank pose, or just stay in down facing dog or taking child pose altogether. So let's go back to our practice by making our way up in forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your leg back to plank. From here, take a vinyasa flow or not. It's your practice and your choice. And let's meet in down dog. Take a moment or two here, pedaling again the dog. Breathe in and out. Inhale, look at your hands. Exhale, step or hop your feet to the top of a mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, mountain pose. Reground yourself to all corners of the feet. Take one more breath in and out. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, core engage, bend your knees and lower your hips back and down. Chair pose. Breathe in and out as you relax your shoulders down and back. Shift your weight into your heels as you drop your hips even so slightly down towards the floor. Gaze slightly down or forward to keep head aligned with the neck. Inhale, lower your arms in praying pose, actively pressing into each other. Exhale, twist your torso, not the hips, to the right and bring your left elbow outside your right knee. Revolved chair pose. Breathe in and out. Keep your knees parallel to each other and keep your weight in your heels. Push your hands together to open your chest. You can stay here, or to deepen your pose, you can extend both arms, reaching your right fingertips to the sky and the left fingertips towards the mat or on the block. Gaze to the floor or up to the sky. Lower your hips ever so slightly, if possible. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist even deeper. Inhale, engage your core. Lift your left toes off the ground. Exhale, step your left leg back in revolving high lunge pose. Breathe in and out as you keep core engaged, legs active. Inhale, twist your torso, returning to center. Sweep your arms overhead, high lunge. Keep breathing. Keep your core engaged. Draw your tailbone towards the floor. Spin your pinky fingers towards each other. Gently tilt your head and gaze forward or slightly up. Lower the left heel to the ground as you externally rotate your left leg and cartwheel your arms. Left arm storm the back, right arm forward. Warrior two. Let's pause here and take a look at this pose. Stack your right knee over the angle, your front toes pointing forward. Externally push your front thigh open until you see your big toe. Parallel your left foot with the back edge of a mat or slightly turn in. Keep the back leg straight and engaged. Arms open out to the side, extended long at shoulder height, and palms facing down. Gaze over the fingertips of the front hand. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Return to the intention we set at the beginning of a class. I am a peaceful soul in a powerful journey. Inhale, straighten the front leg, lift your right arm overhead, extend your left arm down to the side of left leg, reverse triangle. Exhale, return to warrior two. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach your front hand forward 2 inches. Exhale, bring the right forearms to your thigh and your left arm up and forward. Side angle. Deepen into the hips so there is a straight line on the left side of the body from heel to crown. Stay here and breathe. Or as an option, extend the right arm to the mat or on a block and the left arm up to the sky, chest open wide. Breathe in and out. Inhale, bring your hand on either side of the right foot, low lunge. Exhale, step the right leg back, plank. Take your vinyasa flow and meet me in down dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop your feet to the top of a mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sit to rise, upward salute. Exhale, bend the knees, chair pose. Breathe in and out as you relax your shoulders down and back. Inhale, palms together in praying pose. Exhale, twist your torso to the left and then bring your right elbow outside your left knee, revolve chair pose. Breathe in and out, keep your core engaged. You can stay here or to deepen the pose, how you did on the other side by extending both arms down or up to the sky. Lower your hips even lower if possible. Inhale, engage your core, lift your right toes off the ground. Exhale, step your right leg back and revolving high lunge pose. Breathe in and out. Inhale, twist your torso, return to center and raise to an upward position. Sweep your arms overhead, high lunge. Keep breathing, gaze slightly up. Lower the right hip to the ground as you externally rotate the right leg and cartwheel your arms to a T, warrior two. Breathe here. Remember our cues. Keep your knees over your ankle and push your front high back to see your big toe. Warrior two pose or Virabhadrasana 2. It's named after a fierce warrior. This pose embodied the warrior spirit and conveys readiness, stability, and courage to overcome our own weaknesses. In Warrior 2, the hand reaching forward represents the future. The hand reaching behind represents the past. The head and the body stay situated in the middle, and while our hands are reaching for both what was and what will be, our minds and bodies remain centered in the present moment. It is called warrior, but the pose is one of peace. Inhale, lift your left arm overhead and extend your right arm down, side of right leg, reverse triangle pose. Exhale, warrior two. Two more flows here. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach forward 2 inches. Exhale, lower your right elbow on the thigh and reach your right arm up and forward, side angle. Same options as before. Extend your left arm to the floor or a block, and when the right arm's over the head, take one more breath in and out. Inhale, lower your hands on either side of the left foot. Step your left foot back, plank. Take your vinyasa flow here, and we will meet in down dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, hop or step your feet to meet your hands, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shin, halfway lift. Exhale, hinge down at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, raise your arms above your head, upward salute. Exhale, lower your arms in Anjali Mudra or praying pose. Ground to the earth, mountain pose. And breathe in. What can be more powerful than a tree? The majestic friend of earth, standing strong with no fear for what tomorrow can bring. A classic standing posture, Vriksasana or tree pose, establishes strength and balance and help you feel centered, steady, and grounded. This pose teaches you to simultaneously press down and feel rooted as you reach tall like the branches of a mighty tree. Feel the earth beneath your feet. Fix your gaze gentle on one unmoving point in front of you. As you shift your weight to the left foot, lift your right heel So you are on your tippy toes. Then connect your right heel to the inner left shin. Now begin to slide your foot up your leg. You can step anywhere beneath your kneecap, or for an advanced pose, lift your right knee towards the chest. Use your right hand to grab your ankle and draw your right foot alongside your inner left thigh. Adjust your position so the center of your pelvis is directly over the left foot. Then adjust your hips so your right hip and left hip are squared. Rest your hands on the hips or lengthen your tailbone towards the floor. Then press your palms together in prayer position at your chest with your thumbs resting on your chest. You always have an option to use the wall to help you. You can stay here, or with the next inhale, extend your arms overhead, reaching your fingertips to the sky. Rotate your palms inward to face each other. If your shoulders are more flexible, you can press your palms together in praying position overhead, or spread your arms as branches of a tree. Hold up for a few deep breaths, keeping the gaze focused. Challenge yourself to close your eyes for even a second. Gentle release the pose by lowering the leg to the ground and return to mountain pose. Give those legs a gentle shake. And let's repeat to the other side. Find the ground through the right leg while easy lifting the left toe, slowly bringing the left leg towards the inner right thigh. You can grab your ankle and position your foot to the inner right thigh. What makes this pose special is that it teaches you to explore your connection with the body. Maybe one day you lifted your foot is positioned closer to the groin. Maybe another day you leave your foot on the ground for balance. Be honest with your limits and learn to honor what your body needs on any given day. A tidbit I picked up along the way and have often repeated. It's that stiffer trees are more likely to break in a storm. The trees that can bend in the wind are less prone to breaking. I love to remember this in tree pose. A little sway from side to side. It's a sign of resilience and an opportunity to find equilibrium in the middle of a shifting circumstances. Gentle release the pose by lowering the leg to the ground and return to mountain pose. Shake your legs if needed. Inhale, flow the arms up towards the sky, upward salute. Exhale, hinged hips, forward fold. If your hamstrings are tight, feel free to bend your knee a bit or a lot. Now place your hands, palms up under the sole of your feet with the fingers pointing towards your toes. This pose, it's called gorilla pose or padahastasana. Gorilla pose provided a good stretch of hamstring and back, even in modified version with a bending knees. Another variation is to hold the big toes rather than placing the whole hand under the sole of the feet. If you have a great flexibility, fold the torso onto the thighs with the forehead moving towards the shins and the crown of the head pointing to the floor. Like all forward bends, gorilla pose is considering a calming pose. It is also an inversion, so it increases blood flow in the brain. This is a good pose for creating flexibility in the hamstrings and the back of the body. The hand position helps the neck and shoulder relax, and it is said to be therapeutical for those with carpal tunnel syndrome. You can stay here for another breath or two, or release your hands and clasp opposite elbows, ragdoll, or uttanasana. Allow the head to hang low and maybe sway side to side. Take another inhale and exhale here. Now begin to lower yourself closer to the ground and come to a seat for our cool down. For this cool down and Shavasana practice, I recommend a block and a blanket for comfort and support. Also, it's handy heavy socks and warm sweater to keep you warm, and maybe an eye pillow as well. To begin, lay on your back with your knees bent and your feet comfortable on the floor. Let the arms rest by your side. Take a few moments to make sure the spine is a long, straight line. Gently lift your hips from the floor and shift them slightly to the right. Exhale and drop your knee to the left. Extend your right arm out along the floor at shoulder height with your palm facing down. Keep your left hand resting on your right knee to gentle add more weight, or extend that as well to be a straight line with your right arm. Turn your head to the right. Soften your gaze towards your right fingertips. Keep your shoulder blades pressing towards the floor and away from your ears. Stay where you are with both knees bent, or for a greater stretch to your hips, try to cross your right knee over the left knee or wrap the legs around the calves, coming into eagle legs. Allow the force of gravity to drop your knees even closer to the floor. If needed, slip a block between the top knee and the ground. In this twist, it's more important that the right knee is supported enough for you to feel grounded than to force the leg to reach all the way to the floor. Be aware how your back feels during this pose. If you feel any sharp pinching or jabbing, stop the pose and come out slowly by immediately. Relax your abdominal muscle and let your belly feel hollow. Feel ease and lightness in your breath. On an inhalation, slowly come back to center, hugging both knees to your chest and recenter your long spine. Bring feet down to the earth and lift your hips from the floor and shift them slightly to the left. Exhale and drop your knees to the right. Arm extended on the T-line or right arm over the knee for extra weight. Shoulder relax, shoulder blades on the floor. Options to repeat the same variation you did on the other side, or choose the one that works best for you. Breathe in and out. Keep it smooth and deep. Relax your mind. Feel your body softening. Feel the grounding rise up to meet with you. With the next inhale, bring your knees to your chest. Lower them gentle down and readjust your body to form a straight line, arms by your side. Make sure you have a block close by. Bring your feet flat with heels close to your fingertips. Inhale, press into the feet and lift your hips up as much as you can from the floor. Slide a block under the sacrum, not under your lower back. Make sure the block is placed correctly so it supports both sides of the SI joint. Arms stay by your side. Palms facing up. Relax your neck. Relax your jaw and the face. Stay here for a few breaths in supported bridge. With the next inhale, bring one knee at a time to your chest and then lengthen both straight up in supported waterfall. Keep your hands relaxed by your side. If hamstrings are tight or you feel any strain on your lower back, feel free to keep your knees bent as necessary. Another option is called plow pose. Remove a block, swing your hips and knees up, and bring your hands to your lower back. Elbows are rooted in the ground and your legs extended overhead. Then slowly lower your feet to the ground behind your head. Breathe in and out. To come out of supported waterfall, lower easy your legs to the floor one at a time. Press your feet down strongly and lift your hips before removing the block. To come out of plow pose, slowly roll one vertebrae at a time until your spine is flat on the ground. Spread your feet wide as far as the mat goes and extend your legs. Now is the time to grab the sweater, heavy socks, an extra blanket, and then lay down on your back or choose your favorite Shavasana pose. It can be on the belly with forehead resting on your hands, or on one side with body supported if needed, with a block or pillow between your legs and blanket or bolsters under your head and torso. Whichever pose you choose, let go holding the muscle on your legs. so that your feet can fall open and relax to either side. Close your eyes and cover them with an eye pillow or a small towel. Bring back that intention. Bring your arms alongside your body, palm facing up with your fingertips curved naturally. And just relax. Relax your whole body, relax your face, relax your shoulder towards the ground. This simple sounding pose is more difficult than you may realize. If your mind wanders, label your thoughts as thinking and let them go. Bring your attention to breath. Just notice it. The hardest asana is to let go. Let go. Shavasana is the ultimate act of conscious surrender. It takes practice and patience to surrender easily. I am yoga. I am stillness. I am grace and movement. I am flow and surrender. I am life. I am love. I am eternity. I am all those things I never thought I would be. deepen your breath. Begin to wiggle your toes and fingers, slowly reawakening your body. Stretch your arms overhead for a full body stretch from fingertips to tippy toes. Keeping your eyes closed, bring your knee to your chest and roll over to one side. Use the bottom arm as a pillow while rest your body here for a few breaths. And when you are ready, using your hands for support, bring yourself up into a sitting position. Bring your hands together at your heart and lower your head into your heart. Open your eyes. Acknowledge your surroundings. Acknowledge yourself for showing up on your mat today. Be grateful to yourself for your time you offered yourself, for your motivation, for the attention you gave to yourself. Thank you for practicing with me today. The teacher in me recognizes the teacher in you. I am yoga. Yoga is the journey of the self, through the self, to the self. Namaste.